Phone. Oh shit. There. There. Jerry wants to know where your Hooters outfit is. Here we are.
I'm trying to find it.
It's in the same place it was last week.
Yeah, I know. It's not showing up on my phone.
It's in the same place it was last week.
Okay, here, you do it.
I don't know how you want to work.
Okay,
Your phone don't work like my phone.
I know.
My phone is, I just go to the other channel and it shows that I'm live.
Yeah. Well, if you're live, say something.
We have another glitch.
Not a glitch, just like this every week.
What do you want, buddy? Want a cookie? I'm waiting for Sue to find us.
You go right ahead. I'll find it.
I don't generally start this show, you do.
Well, I said that's because you're always eating cookies.
It's in the same place. I don't know where you go every week.
Oh, for God's sake. If it was doing it, I wouldn't have a problem here.
Give it to me. I'll figure it out. Swear. First of all, I said I always go to the other channel. You're on the Villages channel. Where's the RV channel? On your phone, where is it?
Where it says skipping to RV thing.
It don't say anything here. Right there, it says live calls.
Live calls?
Oh no, that's the wrong one. Yeah, right there, it says live.
Gee, I'm glad you found it.
Yeah, I finally found it.
Yeah.
It took me 1 minute. You've been dicking around over there for half an hour.
Okay. John, I don't know. We'd be better off if we was Memorex, trust me. Thank you, William. Goodness. We have a lot of people today already. Mike K, James Carl, Mark Ryan, Jerry Bell. The outfits were cool, Jerry, but not fond of the pink hair. Kevin Gay, Palm Beach Peter.
Half these people don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay. Palm Beach Peter says, hello, everyone. Hi, Skip, Miss Sue, and Pup, Peter and Mom at Vista Laga Villas. Well, how's Mom, Peter? Doing okay? And yes, those cookies are from Karen Jacks. She's our favorite baker. And she brought us a big plate of cookies this morning. And she had chocolate chips with nuts and coconut macaroons with chocolate on them and oatmeal raisin, I think. So
I got all of them.
Yeah, he's trying a little bit of everything. Oh, Vicki Jones says, hello, Skip and Sue. Looks sunny there today. We are a bit cloudy here in Elizabethtown, PA. And Kevin says, hey, y'all. And Rich A, hi from Warminster, Pennsylvania, 88 degrees, feels like 99. Yeah, it kind of does here, too.
Next week, me and Kevin is going to take a ride down to, I believe, Eastport area, anyway. He knows that area better than I do. And he's going to take me down there in his golf cart, and we're going to cruise around, and he's going to show me some stuff, and maybe I'll shoot a little video down there.
Hey, I get a free day. Kevin's case is sunny and 80 degrees in the fort, high of 85. Beautiful day. Yeah, it's, let's see. It's 89 here right now. So I think we're going to get in the 90s for sure, but
you can't have any of these.
And Buddy's been a pill today. He got up with the zoomies. So
yeah,
like he's just been running. And Probably not a good idea to feed him too much sugar.
I'm not feeding him any sugar.
Okay. Brian Johnson's here. Tammy Ferguson. Let's see, Mr. Marlin. Hey, Mr. Marlin. And Gina Mina, hey. Cindy G. Yeah, Buddy's always asking for a cookie. He's got his Chewy, but like, as long as Daddy's got cookies, he's going to eat those first. And Palm Beach Peter says, Mom's doing great. Just a little hard to find a gentleman here. Mom's in her youthful 80s and beautiful. You go, Mom. Oh, my goodness. And
In case you guys don't know what Jerry was referring to, if she's not telling you, is I took the W&L crew and all the moderators and stuff over to Hooters yesterday.
Yeah, we had our Hooters trip.
And the girls, I was told they had a meeting, which kind of ticked me off that they're having a meeting right before the Hooters get together. Come to find out, as I got over there and we're sitting at our table, Rizzo was telling me that some big box was delivered to his house. He said, I think the girls are up to something. I said, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Well, they all showed up in these wacky outfits. Quiet!
You want the cookie?
Wacky outfits at Hooters. You know, orange wigs, blue hair. You just had to see it. There's a ton of pictures posted on Discord. If you guys are Patreon members and have your Discord thing, you can go there and see a whole bunch of pictures.
Yeah, and we had a good time. It was a fun day.
I think our waitress thought we was all nuts.
Oh, but the waitress wanted a picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I said we did get a good picture. But Matt Allen says hi, Skip and Sue. And Kathy B in the 603 says, hey, Skip and Sue, hot one in the 603. I bet, this year the weather just can't decide what it's going to do. Last year it was one of those where it was, I didn't think it was ever going to get warm. And then this year it just got hot right away. And everybody's had it, not just us, everybody's had it. No. But yeah, it's been a warm summer.
He doesn't like coconut.
No? See, DL2, Somewhere in the Sun, said the girls, Sue and gang, looked fabulous. Well, thank you, Somewhere. We had we started out just trying to think of something different, and then it kept going. We first got the shirts, then we got the wigs, then we had the sunglasses. It just kept going on and on. It's a wonder we didn't come in looking like Flipper. But we had a good time, and I think the guys were surprised. I wasn't sure anybody could keep a secret, and Mr. Rizzo lost $100 on that one.
Did he?
Yeah, he did.
Who'd he bet with?
He bet his wife that we were coming in Hooters outfits.
Oh. He just told me that he just thought you guys were up to something.
Yeah. Well, it was nice of him. He didn't tell, but yeah, he didn't know, but he thought he knew he was up to something. So, but he figured we'd come in Hooters outfit. If I could have.
What do you mean? Who'd he bet?
Kyle, his wife.
Well, he's not losing anything. The money all stays in the family anyway.
That depends. But it's hey, Barbara. But we had a good time, and I think everybody
the wings
was surprised.
Did not let me down. The chicken wings.
Oh yeah,
they were
every one of them. Because Linda come over and said he's pushing on the chicken. I said, yeah, he's testing it, see if it's done enough. And he ate every one of them, so evidently it was done enough. Okay. Tammy Johnson says, hi guys, Brian and I have a realtor coming over tomorrow and one motorcycle for sale. Plugging along, a little nervous. Nothing to be nervous about. It's, like I said, once you get it all done, you can sit back and relax and enjoy the rest of your life.
Quiet!
And Kevin says a great time at Hooters. It was. We don't do things like that often, but Wrestler said he's seen Rizzo's video too, said it was hilarious. I haven't even looked at that.
I'm going to have to do a video also. We have several Patreon members, including Wrestler, that have their own YouTube channel that I bet most of you don't even know. And so I'm going to post it, make a video and post it, their addresses, and maybe show one or two of their videos to give you an idea of what they do. Rizzo's got a YouTube channel. Jose's got a YouTube channel. I know Wrestler's got a YouTube channel. I'm trying to think of some other members that's got YouTube channel. There's a guy that's a retired cop. I can't, backing the badge or whatever name of his YouTube, I can't remember, but he's got a YouTube channel where he interviews other cops about things. I find it. Then they got the guy in Canada that has a YouTube channel where he makes remembrance videos for past family members, and he does a really good job. So I'm going to have to post some of that so you guys know, who's in our family.
Yeah. Lavinia Allen says, "Hi, Skip and Sue. We always enjoy your porch setting. Rainy and 73 here in Floyd, Virginia. We will be there next month to look around." Well, good. Next month, a pretty good month. I mean, October's the best. September is good. The weather cools down a little bit more in October.
One thing I'm going to say is take your vitamin pills because there's going to be a lot of looking.
Yeah. And like I said, this weekend we may be looking at a hurricane. We're not sure. That's the way the weatherman's saying, we may or may not.
I'm freaking out already.
Yeah. It's one of those things where they haven't pinpointed it. They know there's going to be a storm. They don't know if it's going to north side, south side, that kind of thing. But as the week progresses, they'll have more information. So as of right now, they said, they don't know if it's going to make landfall. So we are waiting. And Judy says, "Skip, you were so confused yesterday."
Was I?
Well, seemed like you might have been.
Oh.
And Barbara Abner said, "With that crowd, how could it not be a great time?" You're right, Barbara. We have fun. We really do. Let's see. Oh, and Wrestler says, "I was wondering which outfit was Skip." I don't know if you've seen the one with Jose or not, Wrestler. And I said, he looked good. Yeah. The last pictures we took, I said, was in front of the Hooters building, and it was Jose and Judy P. and I don't know who else was there. Was it Linda? Anyhow,
you asking me? I wasn't there.
Well, I wasn't either. So. And Denise Gill says she loves your hairdo.
What?
Denise Gill says she loves your hairdo.
Well, I got my hat on, duh. My hair's standing straight up. Yeah. It always is. I think it's inherited because when Jessie was a baby, for the first 2 years of her life, her hair stood straight up.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a bit wild today, Wrestler. So I'm losing my voice, and he's looking for you. So. Oh yeah. Judy says you didn't even know she was at Hooters.
I didn't.
She was with the rest of us.
Yeah, I was talking to Linda. You hadn't seen these outfits if you haven't seen them, I'm telling you. And she's at our table, and I was giving her a ration, saying, "Hey, the women's table is back there. This is for the men, Anyway, we're talking, and she said something about the dress, how you guys decided to do it or something. And she said, "What did you think?" I said, "Well, I think it was all good and fine." I said, "But I'm just a little disappointed that Judy didn't show up. She's part of the W&L crew, And she says, "Well, she's right over there." I said, "What?"
Yeah. You did good, Judy.
Yeah, I didn't even recognize her.
Yeah. And Kevin's got a house for sale on 1963 Harding Pass. The Villages. It's new roof, HVAC, hot water tank, new landscaping, kitchen, living room, and floater room, and the price is reduced to $399, $999. So.
And I've been over there. I know
that's a good price reduction, and
I know the area.
Yeah. Good price for that area.
I got hiccups now.
God,
it's a quiet area.
Today.
It's a quiet area. There's no through streets in his neighborhood, so nobody's going to be cutting through your neighborhood to go to Costco.
That's the least of what people think about. But Sean Jones says, we are coming for our lifestyle visit, arriving on Sunday. I hope the storm takes a turn. Well, I do too, honey. I wouldn't want it to mess you up. But when it storms here, it storms and it's over and you go on about your business. So hurricanes are a little bit longer, but not much. And I said, most of it is hype on the TV because the coast, both coasts, when they get hit bad. And I said, we're inland, and so we don't have as much of a problem, but we still get hit by it. But like I said, it's normally, like I said, just heavy rain and some wind, and it's gone and over with. So it won't be a complete loss, even if it does show up. So,
generally speaking, here's a little unknown fact that the weather people don't talk about. If the hurricane hits us on the Atlantic side, it generally doesn't affect us very much at all because the Atlantic Ocean is the cold ocean, so it doesn't really get the strength that it needs. If it goes around Florida and comes in on the Gulf side is where all the warm water is, and that's where it'll affect literally anywhere it hits, Central Florida, whatever. But if it hits on the Atlantic side, for some reason, it's like a ping pong ball. It'll just start skipping right up the East Coast, and it doesn't really hang around very long.
Yeah. David Williams says, hi from Seattle. Well, hey, Seattle. What kind of weather you having there? Sean Jones says, we're coming from our lifestyle. Oh, I already read that, yeah. Wrestler says, every time Luann loses her voice, I celebrate. He said, obviously, she's not watching. And welcome, David, yes. Let's see.
I haven't never heard her lose her voice. She's always in the background, and I keep thinking it's a sick cat.
Skip should be wearing the pink wig today. Yes. Yes, he should. I had a hard time with mine because it had a top knot, like pebbles. And like I said, it kept pulling it back farther and farther and farther. Some of the pictures, I think the front of them all the way up here. So, but yeah, and I loved Karen. Karen's was bright blue. It was so pretty. But they were all getting a kick out of it when they used Karen's. Karen had blue glasses or green glasses, and when they look in her glasses, I was all purple instead of pink. So I couldn't tell, but they could.
I wonder if I can bring up a picture on here, and then I can hold it up there, and at least the people that's not a Patreon member can see how ridiculous you guys look.
Oh, now Denise says drink something through a paper towel. It gets rid of hiccups
Paper
every
towel?
time. That's what she said.
No, I mean paper straw.
No, she says paper towel.
I'm not doing that.
Says it gets rid of hiccups every time.
I'm not doing that.
David Williams says 65 degrees. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. Great weather. Wow. Okay. Well, I don't know what. I know Seattle's a little usually cooler than what we are, but that's not bad for 9 o'clock in the morning. Oh, and Lester says, oops, Luann come in while I read the comments about Luann. Nice knowing y'all. Send cards. So I'll send the address to whatever hospital she sends me to. And David says, hello, 80 degrees in Macomb, Michigan. Wow.
I don't know where this picture was taken, but I'll see if I can at least give you guys an idea what the girls looked like when they came. Can you see it, Sue?
No.
Huh?
No.
Well, give it a second. There's a delay. See it now?
No.
Never mind.
Okay.
Because I know it's there.
Did y'all see it?
If they see it, you see it.
It was not on here, so. Okay. And Wrestler says, yes, we can see it.
Then why didn't you?
I don't know. I said mine is probably on.
It's just another electronic device.
And Denise said the picture's hilarious. It was. I mean, you should have seen us coming in the door.
Crap.
Yeah, and they all seen it. That was the main thing. Oh, and Carol says she's from Macomb, Michigan, too. David. And I said, say hi to Carol Apostolus. Let's see. And FS Nor says, spoonful of peanut butter cures hiccups.
Where's your...
It's chewy.
Hold on, we got a dilemma.
Can't find the dog chew.
Here it is.
Okay. Yeah, Skip is having some issues today, yeah. He got up on the wrong side of the bed.
Who?
You.
Why did I figure I got the wrong side of the bed? How do they know you didn't go the wrong side of the bed? You just cover up your anchor with a smile, that's all.
Barbara Ebner says I'm a Patreon member and she didn't see it posted.
See what posted?
The pictures.
Well,
Was it on Patreon or just on Discord?
No, you have to go Discord.
Oh, okay, it's on Discord.
If you're a Patreon member, you got your Discord request. And if I check on Barbara, I'll probably find out I sent it to her 2 or 3 times. They're only good for 7 days. And if you don't get on Discord within that 7, you only got to do it once, Barbara. Only once, and you'll never have to do it again. If you don't get on within 7 days, that link is no good. And you have to ask for another one.
Yeah. Becky Forbes says, hi, Skip and Sue. I'm in physical therapy on a bike. Well, get your exercise in there, kid.
Who is?
Becky Forbes.
Oh.
No, and let's see. Carol Madigan says, hi, Skip and Sue from Long Island.
Long Island.
Warm Long Island. Yeah, Cindy G says, scroll back in Discord and you'll see the pictures. And Barbara says, she said, thanks, she'll check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if she got Discord, if she ain't got Discord, she ain't never going to find them.
Yeah, yeah. But you seen the picture Skip just put on there. He had it on his phone, so.
And Discord's a funny thing. Half the people seem like they have trouble getting on there. They figure it out eventually. I've had some Patreon people that sent me an email saying they actually dropped out of Patreon because they couldn't figure Discord out. But then the other people, just you send them a link, and 2 minutes later, they're on it. So I don't know what the difference is there.
Brad Chase says, hi guys, I'm at the dentist getting a crown. Well, what other thing to do is there at the dentist but sit and watch Skip and Sue, right?
I done that. Last time I was up there to the dentist, I was sitting in a chair while the numbing stuff was supposed to be working. I sat there with my phone and I took pictures out the window. I showed the dentist office, and I said, you know, when a dentist leaves, like I talked all about it. I said, this is bad practice. They put all the tools on this thing next to you. They slide it in front of you, put the bib on in case, you know, you bleed all over the place, and then they leave. And you're sitting there looking at all these tools. Half of them they probably won't use. They're just there in case. But you're looking at all that and getting more nervous by the minute.
You do. Now, that doesn't mean everybody does. So, but you do.
I don't know anybody that actually says they enjoy having metal things prodding around in their mouth.
But, you know, I slept through a last root canal.
I wish they would put me to sleep. I've even asked them. I said, can you just put me to sleep? And they say, no, you have to have an anesthesiologist there, blah, 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 and it costs too much, and I don't know.
Oh, and Garrison's here. Hey. Barbara Edmonds says, so when is the trip to Hooters, or when is the next trip to Hooters? You know,
probably never, because the girls hate it. The girls hate Hooters, and I don't know why.
We did not have a problem. We had a good
Before
time.
we went, I'm telling you, they did not want to go. Linda even told me straight out. She says, you know how I feel about Hooters. I said, it's not a strip bar. It's just a restaurant. We had this argument for a while. I made him go.
Yeah, and I didn't care. Just another restaurant to me. But
well, she didn't care.
But I'm always included in that kind of thing.
But you've been to Hooters before, so you knew what it was.
Yeah.
I think they had an idea in their head what it was, but they didn't. It's kind of like saying I know all about the STDs in the village because I read all about it.
Well, yeah.
But they've never been here. I mean, that's the way I see it.
But it, you know, it's just another restaurant, and the girls were so nice. They were very polite, cute little girls.
She thought it was funny.
Yeah.
I kept apologizing. I said, I'm sorry for I'm sorry for the girls over here. They get out of hand all the time. She just says, stop it.
Wrestler says, Becky, if you're doing physical therapy on a bike while simultaneously watching a video, no wonder you injured yourself and needed physical therapy. Stop watching videos while you're riding a bike. I'm sure it's a stationary. And,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't.
In physical therapy.
Yeah, I was going to say, because there's a lot of bike riders around here.
Yeah,
I mean, lots. And I think watching a video on your phone while riding a bike on public roads is a bad idea.
Yeah, pretty much. And Darrison says, you ladies killed it yesterday. Salarella and I were laughing so much. Awesome. Yeah, I wish you could have been there. It was one of those things, and we did, they knew we were up to something, they just didn't know what. And we come in different cars, and so we all went to the front porch and waited till everybody got there. And so there's a lot of people craning their necks to see what was going on. And, I was waiting for the first person to ask if they were working girls. But we had a good time. And I said it was all in fun. And we did have a good time.
As a person that has seen probably thousands of working girls in my lifetime in truck stops, none of them would be caught dead wearing anything you guys were wearing.
Except the pink wig. Oh, and Jerry said, don't forget the big group of ladies that were at Hooters for a birthday party.
Was there?
Yeah, they were sitting behind you.
I seen that table, but I didn't pay no attention.
Yeah, there was a big bunch of them. So.
Oh, they probably thought you guys were nuts.
Oh, and yeah, Kevin said the waitress and I said, Skip sucks.
Yeah. They got the waitress to say Skip, you suck. And Jose got somebody in a golf cart somewhere, said that he recognized Jose's coffee truck. He watches the video, I guess. I don't know who the guy was. And so he got his phone out and recorded him in the golf cart saying, Skip, you suck. I love that.
Oh.
And if you want to be on one of my closing videos when I get done doing all of them, send me a video and say, Skip, you suck.
Oh, and Wrestler says, welcome, Catherine. Did I miss one? Oh, yes, I did. Catherine Hillier says, hello from Arkansas. It's a lot lazy day for us. You both look totally comfortable. Oh, we are. I had the door open kind of early this morning, so it cooled off out here a lot better than what it did last week. And we've got the fan in there and the fan up here, and so we're doing good.
Last I checked in there on the temperature out here, it was like 88, so we're good. The iPad shouldn't, freeze up or anything.
Yeah.
Outside where we normally sit, I went out there, and it's pretty warm. I just don't trust that iPad on the hot sun anymore.
Yeah. So welcome, Catherine. Yeah, we're glad you're here. Barbara Ebner says, I think Hooters is just another restaurant. It's probably the name that bothers them. It is, it's another restaurant. I think it's their old
reputation.
Yeah, and, the girls are dressed. They're dressed kind of provocative, but not.
You've seen worse outfits on women athletes during the Olympics.
Yeah, true. Yeah. But like I said, they were all very, very nice. And I said, Skip ate every one of those chicken wings, which is amazing. Getting him to eat something that he likes.
Nothing left but the bone. Every one.
Yeah.
And I got the blue cheese, and I almost frayed just a little bit. They had some kind of a special house thing, and I asked Rizzo about it, and he said it was a little spicy. So I didn't get it, but I don't know. See, spicy is one of them things where what you might not think is very spicy, somebody else might taste it and go, "Oh, that's way too hot for me." And since I got this like stomach thing, I'm just afraid to try that spicy stuff.
Yeah, yeah. When most all of them, come in the calm and the medium and the hot. So I always get medium because I like a little spice. But
medium at Hooters may not be the same medium that you get, say, at Bob Evans. I mean, it's just, I just don't trust it.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, Jerry says they were disappointed that Wrestler didn't show up in his pink wig.
No, Wrestler has a blonde wig.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, he's got, because he did Deb in the video.
Yeah, because he did Deb in the video. Go back in my archives, you'll find it where him and his wife imitated Deb and Sue over at, what's the name of that bar over there?
Oh, gosh.
When they first opened it,
Sunny Pint.
Sunny Pints.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a really good job. When we saw the video, we laughed our ass off.
Oh, yeah, it was hilarious.
Especially on Deb.
William says, just cracked open a bottle of spiced rum. Let's find the bottom. You starting early today, William? Wrestler says, if I remember correctly, Hooters originally was named because their specialty was owl wings.
Don't listen to him.
It didn't go well, so they switched to chicken wings, but kept the name. He says, Linda will believe that.
Yeah. I like to stir up a little bit of discontent once in a while. One of our Patreon members has been around for a while. I don't know if she lives in Hawaii or where, but anyway, she has pet chickens.
Racer Groceries
Racer.
in California.
California.
Yeah.
And she's getting ready to sell and move here, and she had to give up her chickens because you can't have them here. So she went ahead and gave them to a farmer she knows out there. Anyway, she's big on chickens. So I took a picture of it and put it on Discord, and it says, look at not my plate, Jose's plate, Jerry's plate. Between all of us, we must have killed 12 or 13 chickens.
And they were mean. They sent the picture to her. Oh. And I said her chickens were her babies, Let's see. Wrestler says, Jerry, been there, done that in my youth. Okay. Oh, and David wants to know if that skips cage on the floor when he gives you crap.
She'd like to think so.
That's what I got for Buddy, and he won't get in it. He can't stand it. So I'm trying to take it apart.
Get rid of it the way it is.
Well, it's hard to carry that way.
Drag it.
It would be nice if I had help.
You drag it to the driveway. Somebody will pick it up.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was going to do. But,
Anybody on here want that?
Yeah, it's a good
Just drop by and open up your trunk. We'll throw it in there.
Yeah. I also got a plastic pet pen.
We don't use that either.
Yeah, we don't use that either. And it snaps together. It's real simple. If you've got a small dog, you can have it.
Or a large snake.
Or chickens.
First time you put it up there.
Yeah, that's why we don't use it, because there was a snake in it first time I put it up, and I haven't used it since. Let's see.
Every day brings another excitement around here.
Yeah. Oh, and Denise Kill said, I also had chickens in California. I even had a license plate that lay an egg. That was our license plate. Oh, that's cute. I like that. I have to tell Racer Girl about that. It was a big cage for a small dog, but we just got Buddy, and he was my baby, and I didn't want him to fit in one of those little bitty satchels, that you take on the plane. So I got a big cage, but it didn't matter because he wasn't staying in it anyhow. He cried and cried and cried.
I knew exactly how this was going to work out, but nobody ever listens to me. Ever.
Well, they always tell you to crate train him, and I think if he started out that way, he probably would have been fine, but he didn't. I waited too long to try to do that, and he didn't want to be away from us, so.
And as you can see, he still don't.
Yeah, and the thing was, Skip couldn't stand him crying, not me.
Because I knew it was useless. This is a waste of time. He's not going to accept that pin. Some dogs will, some breeds. Other breeds don't.
Yeah.
Some breeds are very quiet, very docile, such as the setter dogs, what we call Irish setter. They're very docile. They're very everything. Not Dobermans. What did we have? Jack was what?
A border collie.
The other one.
A lab.
Labs are that way generally, very docile. I knew the history of these dogs. They're yippers, which I told Sue from day one, I don't like a yipping dog. I don't want a yipping dog. Well, we have a yipping dog.
Well, yeah. But, Judy's little dog, Tulu, she's the sweetest little thing she is, and she's just so opposite of Buddy. And I say, but she tells her get in her crate, and she'll go right in there. I said, it's time to go to bed. She gets in her crate. It's fine.
What's her name?
Give me a clue.
In Indianapolis, Brownsburg.
Jean.
Her dog's that way. I never see anything like it. She's very quiet. She'll say, get in your cage. And that dog immediately, no matter where it is, will turn around and go right in that cage.
Yeah.
Buddy. He just look at you and go, what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And Cindy G says that cage should fold down real easy. You usually get top panel to fold first, and the rest of the cage folds down. I knew that, and I put it together. So, it shouldn't be a problem taking it apart. But I got one side to come down, and that was it. But I haven't got the strength of a lot of people either. So getting those little tabs on the side to unloose and way, that was hard for me. So it probably is really easy for the normal person. So, Rich A said we had a 4-foot alligator in a lake in Pennsylvania about 20 minutes from my house. Really?
William's having gator tail tonight, probably with some rice and. I've had gator tail. Well, yeah, but they didn't call it. Wasn't. I don't know how you do yours, but it was. They call them gator bites. down here at
Gators?
ain't called Gator's Dockside in
Not
Brownwood.
this one here, no.
It's just
It's
Gators.
just Gators.
With Dockside's in Lake Sumter.
I don't know.
One in Spanish Springs is gone.
Oh, well, then it might be like, I don't know.
Anyway, the Gators here in Brownwood. And I think I've had them up at Lake Sumter too, the same place. It's called Gator's Dockside up there, which I guess is two different places, but menus seem to be about the same to me. And anyway, they call them Gator bites, and what they look like is chicken nuggets, and they got their dipping sauce and all that. And I got them once with my granddaughter; she wanted to try them, and I wanted to try them too. So we got them. We're sitting there nipping on them, and people ask me all the time, "So what did it taste like?" And you're gonna laugh, it tastes like chicken.
Yeah. Oh, Rich, I think I seen something on the TV about somebody up north finding an alligator in the lake. I bet that may have been what you're talking about. So 20 minutes from your house. Well, I'd say don't leave your dogs out. But yeah, I seen something on the news about somebody that found one, and it's not somewhere you normally think about them being. And they I think they called somebody to pick them up. But
Found what?
the gator.
Found the gator?
Yeah, somebody up north found one in their backyard. In the pond.
Big deal.
And they called somebody to take, well, you know, they weren't used to having alligators up north.
Oh, quit your whining, you're in Florida.
Let's see. Rich A said we had oh yeah, I already read that. And Williams is having gator tail and tomato sauce with Cajun rice and okra tonight. Good deal. I like that idea. Alfonso Smith says, being that neighbors are so close, do people have birds that birds can be very loud?
The what?
Do you mean pet birds?
The only birds around here that I would say could be loud is we have a mockingbird here. I like them. They call them mockingbirds because they imitate every other bird. They don't have a sound of their own, I don't think. And I sit out there sometimes when they're here and I listen to them, and I can hear things from up north. I can hear the red-winged blackbird. I can hear the oriole bird. I hear a robin.
I can hear the hawks.
They imitate all kinds of stuff. The ones that are really loud, that can almost scare you, really, if you don't pay attention, are the cranes when they're walking around, especially if they're walking around with their newly hatched babies. If they see you walking your dog, they're going to have a fit. I don't think they'll attack you or anything, but if you're not used to it, they could probably get you to slow down a little bit while you're walking.
And I said that one scares me because he kind of follows us around, and I know, you know, he's probably not big enough to pick up Buddy, but he thinks about it. You can tell.
You talking about a crane, or are you talking about a hawk?
A hawk.
I'm talking about a crane.
Well, I know.
Follow the same subject. Orange, apples. I saw a plane one time. I was concerned about it. I thought it was going to crash in front of me.
And David said, well, looks like Skip has nothing to do, having knocked that cage down.
I didn't want that cage to start with.
I will hire somebody to do it if I can. So
I don't know why you keep buying this stuff, and I tell you don't buy it. We're not going to use it. And there it sits, right there.
Okay, let's get into our garage.
That garage is full of your stuff.
I had to move the table and
The table's yours. The table is yours.
Yeah, fold it down, put it back where you got it.
It's in the garage.
Clean the oil out of my car.
And do what?
Clean the oil out of my car.
What oil?
The oil that's spilled all over the back of my car.
There ain't no oil spilled in that
car. Yes, there is.
Not as far as I know.
I showed you a box yesterday.
Is there a blanket back there?
Yeah.
Well, I'll just throw the blanket away, then it's clean.
It's dripped down into the side box. It's that much oil.
I don't think so.
Yes, well, go look. Rester says, force Buddy into the cage. He will freak out and knock it apart. No problem.
When he was there before, I mean, his face is all wet from crying and stuff. He bites on it and chews on it, and I'm not talking for a minute or two. This went on half the night.
Yeah, and every time we put him in there, he was like that. He'd be soaking wet, and like I said, he'd throw up, he'd cry.
Yeah,
it was awful. It really was.
I said, I ain't doing that. That to me is almost like animal cruelty. I'm not doing it.
And Kevin says gator bites are very good. I didn't mind them at all. We took the granddaughter, and she was trying to see how much weird stuff she could eat, and so she wanted to try them, and they were very good. Yeah, and then Jerry said that he would worry more about hard of hearing neighbors that talk loud and have the TV up loud than he would birds.
The TVs in most of these houses here, I'm sure I'm half deaf, but most people that are, they are aware of it. And I have things in there that I do to make things so I don't have to turn TV so loud. I've got a Bluetooth speaker that I set next to me here, and I don't have to have it really loud. And if I wanted to, and I have been there, if I'm up really late, I've got a Bluetooth headset that goes to the TV, and I can turn the TV up as loud as I want. Nobody hears it. So most of them are pretty much aware of it. The only ones you got to worry about every now and then, I suppose, and we've never had an issue with it. A lot of people has a TV in the lanai like here, and they don't have it enclosed, and it's open air. And if they turn that TV too loud, it will go around the neighborhood.
You can hear the ball games, the pool down the street. I said, they have the TV in the pool outside. And like I said, a lot of times they'll sit out there and watch TV while they're sitting in the pool. And I said, you can hear them, and especially during game day.
Yeah. But most of them that I know are pretty respectful about it.
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a drunk somewhere, and that's what happens. Somebody get drunk.
Yeah. But, it's never been a problem for us. We've been here 11 years, so. And like I said, we had to get used to being this close to our neighbors because we was on a farm.
Yeah, I'm not used. It took us a while to get used to houses being this close.
Yeah, but the way they've got them built, this side of our house is to their garage side.
Where is it? There it is.
But like I said, we just never had a problem with it. And it's nice that you didn't have to mow 10 acres. Okay. Carol says, hey, Tammy. Hey, from a fellow Michigander. Well, yay, rock for Michigan today. And Alphonso Smith, can you open a business there in one of the squares? You have to rent their buildings.
Yeah, the developer owns everything. So if you want to have a building down the square, you have to get a hold of his departments. I don't know which one it is, and talk to them because they'll be the ones that rent it out to you. I do know that if you have any kind of a business in a square area, you have to chip in every month to pay for the bands. That's who pays for the bands at all the squares. It's the businesses. We do not pay for any of that.
Yeah.
So just know that. And I don't know what rent is, but my guess would be it probably goes by the square foot, but it's going to be kind of pricey, I would guess, compared to anything around I know several restaurants that's moved out of the villages, and just on the outer edge of the villages, the same restaurants there. Can't think of that guy's name. He had a place in Spanish Springs, and we all went there. Used to have breakfast all the time, and he finally moved just outside up there on 441. And we went in there several times when I can't think of the guy's name. But anyway, there's a lot. I'll tell you another one. Daryl's has got at least one restaurant here in the villages, and then he's got several restaurants outside the villages. I mean, he might be trying to experiment, seeing how things kind of work out between the two of them. But I always go to the one over here at Wildwood because I just like the way it is. It's just like the old way of doing things. You walk in, there is no sign saying wait to be seated. I'm smart enough to know where an empty seat is.
Well, but they do have a realty department that takes care of all the places on the square. Right now, people are buying for the places down in Eastport. They're the open buildings are down there, and that's where everybody's going to. And I can't imagine how much it's going to cost you down there. And they're pretty picky about who they let in there. I mean, they don't just rent to anybody.
That's what they rent. But see, like, there's things that go here that I don't know how it works. You have to call them, like Portillo's. They got a pretty good sized building down there. So I don't know if the villages signs a long-term contract with a company like Portillo's and they build the buildings to suit Portillo's, or do they sell the land there to Portillo's and let them build their own? I don't know. I have no idea.
Denise said interesting about mockingbirds. She had no idea.
What's that?
I don't know. We said something about mockingbirds.
You were sitting right here when I talked about it.
You said it.
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, when I was okay.
I said mockingbirds. They imitate other birds.
Racer Girl says Gator has a fishy taste to me.
What has a what?
Gator has a
Oh
good
yeah,
taste.
then you haven't had good gator tail, not like you do here. It's a little the texture of it of the meat. It's the texture I'm only talking about. It's a little bit tougher than chicken, little bit, so much little that you may not even notice. But other than that, it tastes like chicken.
That just sounds so crazy.
But the way we got those, like I said, it was chicken nuggets. It was breaded, probably deep fried, I'm guessing. So that's what we had. I don't know what you had. I
They're
know
very good, and I think I dip everything I have. So, like I said, it was in some kind of dip, so it wasn't bad. But
By the way, the onion rings they had down there, we got appetizers at our table, and the onion rings they had down there, that dipping sauce.
at Hooters,
Did you taste it?
yeah.
God, next time I go back, I'm getting some of that. I'm getting me some of that. I'm a hitting some of that.
I may be able to sit at the same table. You never know. Yeah, David says it sounds like a parrot named Skip. Noisy birds.
Yeah,
And Seven Dude says, Skip, chill out.
chill out. I'm always chilled out.
Oh, Denise Kill says Skip and Sue Bickerson. That's always what he thinks we sound like,
Yeah.
but I'm not a fan of it. Rosemary Laptop says, hi, folks. Hope you're all well. Catherine Jacobson says, you tell him, Sue. I do. I do on a regular basis. Y'all don't know that because we don't do it on camera. But let's see. Somewhere in the sun says, stop it, Skip. Where are your cookies? You can carry that cage out for Sue.
Already ate them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's his, Wrestler says that's your security blanket. Cookies.
What's that?
Cookies.
Well, I don't know. Karen's a pretty good baker.
Yeah,
That's all I got to say is I've had a lot of cookies about a lot of things, and she's brought me cookies before, and my favorite so far, and I never had them until she brought them to me, are snickerdoodles.
Yeah.
And I asked her this time, she said, I brought you some cookies, they're in there on the counter. I said, so you bring me snickerdoodles? No, I brought walnuts. No, chocolate chip with walnuts.
Because you're always saying
Yeah,
that.
it's got to have nuts. If you ain't got nuts in your chocolate chip, then you don't have a chocolate chip.
God. Jen Dewey says, holy moly, you guys are hilarious. Oh, well, I said, I'm glad you think so. Denise Lavery says, I had all three of these breeds at the same time, a Lhasa Apso, Shih Tzu, and a Pug. Best little dogs I ever had, no problems at all. Real sweet dogs.
Pugs are a pretty good dog, but they're just butt ugly. They are. Every one I've ever seen. I got nothing against pugs. I had friends that had 2 or 3 of them, but it seems like when you look at them, they got this eye thing going that way. Their eyes are kind of like going that way. And then when they breathe, they're always making funny noises.
Yeah, and our granddaughter has 2 French bulldogs. And as pretty as they are, I said, they're like that. I can hear them snorting all the time. But yeah, you know, the Lhasa Apso, the only ones I've ever been around, my brother had 3 of them, and they all had diabetes. And I said, and they had to have shots all the time.
Well, it's just like Yorkies. Dad had Yorkies. Yorkies, part of their DNA, I guess, is they always have bad teeth.
Oh, yeah?
And when they get to a certain age, if their breath starts to smell, it's their teeth.
Well, and with Betty, it's where his eyes run.
Constantly.
Yeah.
I'm combing his eyes out 2 or 3 times a day. As soon as I grab that comb, I get this side look. He knows. I have to comb it out, or otherwise those tears harden up.
Same way when he says bath.
Or the word bath. Let me say the word bath.
KT used to hide under the bed, but Buddy just sleuths around until he thinks he's out of sight. He goes behind the footstool and thinks you can't see
He
him.
got under the bed a couple of times, and I can't get him out when he gets under there.
Yeah. Oh, my goodness.
So I try to sneak him in there without saying the word. But it's just funny because if I think it's the water. If I go in there and turn the water on, and then go look for Buddy, he's gone, or he's trying to hide behind Sue.
Yeah. How maybe. And Darrison says, cookies. Yes, we do. I know my kids' shows.
It's in there. It's in there.
Catherine Jacobson says, I crank the music when I clean. Being so close would be tough because I sing and dance to it also. You know, I used to. I don't anymore. because of, just trying to be kind to the neighbors. But especially when I'm out here in the lanai, if I'm cleaning out here. But like I said, Skip would probably not notice it because he's got his headphones on most of the time. So he would probably not notice it. But yeah, I love to do that. And like I said, I used to do that when we were on the motorcycle. We had helmets that, you could listen to the music in, and it had locks on it. So every time you talk, it would shut the music off automatically. And so he was always telling me to quit singing because I'd be, just riding along and singing to the music on the radio, and it would shut the radio off. But anyhow, yeah. Let's see. Oh, in DJM, who's on first? Yeah, it's kind of one of those kind of things. Catherine Jenkins says, Barbara Ebner, yipper skipper. That would be cool. And that one's been taken off. Denise said, all kidding aside, you two are hilarious and very informative. Well, I'm glad we give some information anyhow, instead of just sitting here fussing with one another. But we do, we do know a little bit because we live here all the time. We've been here for enough years that we knew a little bit. But like, when we don't.
When you really stop thinking about it, we were coming here when Jesse was only about 4 and 5.
Yeah, I have pictures of
who's the oldest one? Autumn?
Allie.
We were coming here when Allie, how old is she now? Mother of 2. Yeah. And we were coming here when Allie was 5. She was the first one we brought down.
Yeah,
that's when did we come here with Allie?
We didn't come to the villages. We went to Disney.
Jesse was the first one, or was it Autumn, that we brought here when we was at the square. We stayed at the hotel up there and walked to the square.
Oh, okay.
It was one of them anyway. They're all married, so we've been coming here about 25 years plus.
Oh, and Alfonso says, love you guys being a real couple, no fake stuff. Love how you communicate real relationship, real love. You make me smile.
What? You don't like the fake stuff, the clickbait? Because I go to them channels just to see what's going on. And shoot, they're blowing me away. Everybody loves that fake stuff. Yeah. Hi, everybody. How are you doing? Boy, it's another lovely day here in the villages. God, cut me a break.
Okay. Yeah, it is real, all right. Claire May says, I agree with Skip, and nuts and chocolate chip cookies. And I think that's wonderful, but I don't put them in there all the time.
What's that?
Nuts in the chocolate chips.
If they're not nuts, they're not chocolate chips. That's what I'm saying.
Think of the name. What's the name?
It doesn't make
chocolate chips.
Mashed potatoes have butter in it. It's not called mashed potatoes with butter. It's just called mashed potatoes.
There you go.
Chocolate chip has nuts.
If you like nuts, a lot of people don't like nuts. A lot of people are allergic to them.
Well, then they don't eat them. I do.
Okay. Let's see. Oh, you guys, they all love us. That's good. That's good.
Quit.
Russell says, Sue, tell Skip that since we just bought the house right behind you, Luann will bake as many vegan cookies as he can eat. We all know how much Skip loves vegan meals, like bourbon mushrooms he ate.
Who bought the house behind us?
Wrestler.
Well, we know that's a lie because I know the lady behind me. She ain't never selling that house.
Yeah, me and her watched the launch last night.
Oh, she's still
She called me from Dayton. And
I never know when she's here. She's so quiet. She's here, and only time I ever know she's here, I'll look over there once in a while, and I'll see a light on. Other than that, we never see her.
Yeah, she's got young grandkids yet. She's still going to ball games and stuff like that during the summer, so she'll be back in probably the latter part of October. But she called me and says, there's a launch tonight. And I said, I thought it was this morning. She said, no, it's tonight. And I had like 2 minutes to get out here. No, I seen it, and it came from a different place. It wasn't from SpaceX this time. It was from a different launch pad, and so it seemed like it stayed in the same spot for the longest time. And they said it was because it was coming from a different direction. It's kind of.
It seems that way. When it goes up, it starts to arc the curvature of the Earth to go into space. Well, if it's going away from you, when it goes at an arc, the back of it where the flame is at, it always looks like it's just standing still because it's going that way.
Yeah, and that's what it was last night. I took the video of it. It seemed like it stayed in one spot forever, but it didn't. It's just an optical illusion. So, Rosemary Laptop says, Skip, can you say Josh, or is it George?
Josh, what?
Can you say Josh?
Josh.
No, we do that with wash. We say wash, y'all say wash.
Yeah. It's a drinking game between Jerry and Wrestler. Every time we say wash, there's an R in it. They take a drink.
Yeah.
By the end of the video, they're both drunk.
Yeah. Elaine Skirson said, we have a fellow in New Jersey who has a bunch of old dog cages. He puts Halloween creatures in it and orange lights on front lawn for Halloween. Oh, that's a good idea.
I could set that out on the front porch and put a dummy in there with a recording maybe that says, help, let me out.
I have a skeleton.
Does it say, help, let me out? No, I mean a full size, like a human being.
Oh. Well, no, I don't
maybe I could get in it. Scare the shit out of it. We don't have Halloweeners, though.
Yeah, we don't have
I used to do that when we had Halloweeners up north. Sometimes I would sit outside on a bucket or something and act like I'm just, not moving or anything. And the kids would come up here and I'd scare the hell out of them.
Yeah, but we used to have adult Halloweeners here, but I don't think they do that much in our neighborhood anymore.
When we first moved here, they told everybody if you want somebody to come to your house for this adult trick or treat thing, you had to hang something on your door.
Leave your porch light on.
Leave the porch light. If you didn't leave the porch light on, then they wouldn't bother you. Well, we did. We didn't care. And the trick or treat was when they come to your house, you had to have drinks for them.
Yeah.
Beer, wine, whatever you got. Yeah. Well, by the time I think everybody went around to our neighborhood, they were shit faced. I don't think they made it old. Yeah,
but like I said, everybody's gotten old now, and they don't do much of that anymore. They do, on the squares. Always on the squares, they have a trunk or treat.
Quit.
And where they bring in the old classic cars and they put candy in the trunk, and so a lot of the outside towns around here bring their kids in because they know it's safe to go trick or treating, and I said they just go around car to car and hold their bags up and get candy and stuff. So it's kind of cool. But yeah, they don't come down through the neighborhoods and trick or treat. So
we've been here. It'll be 11 years this October in this neighborhood, and our neighborhood is almost an old neighborhood now. So we're going through the renovations of an older neighborhood. I've had a new roof put on. Somebody else told me they had a new roof put on.
A lot of people out here did.
You saying people back here has had their grass torn out of the yard and had all new, whole new grass put in.
Yeah.
So we're going through all this things that you go through in an older. Some of these homes have been sold 2 and 3 times.
And everybody out here has been repainting, which that surprised me. But they had so many out here that were being repainted. But yeah, they're repainting the houses, and there's a certain company that was going around, I think, selling the painting thing, and so a lot of people have had theirs painted. And I said a lot of the ones that were empty, that people's left, sold, died, whatever, they want something new. They don't want it to look like what it was when they first got here. So they're painting the one back there on the other side of Linda.
Outside or inside paint?
Outside. I want the inside, but they're doing the outside painting.
Just as a word of warning, just don't pick a color and paint your house. Make sure you go to ARC. They'll give you a chart and say in your district, any of these colors for the outside of your house.
Yeah.
Just make sure you know.
Bobby and Vicki Wilson says, enjoy your little buddy. We just lost our little 19-year-old Yorkie last Thursday. Boy, are we missing him something terribly. We're full-timing in a motorhome, so I think his presence was big. Oh, gosh, yes.
Are they staying here?
Didn't say. Just said
well, he says full-time motorhome. There's lots of campgrounds around here. I just wonder if they were staying around here. My cousin's full-time in he's got a fifth wheel. Well, actually, this is like his third fifth wheel. He really likes them. And it's a funny story. I'm going to tell the story. He retired from the military, and I didn't see Ron most of my life growing up. He was my dad's sister's son. I seen him as a kid, but when he went to the military, I lost track of him, actually. But anyway, he retired from the military, and he comes back to the United States, and he had a Facebook page, and I would communicate with him that way. And he told me that he was getting a fifth wheel, and he said, we're going to travel to the United States. He said, I want to take the rest of my life and travel, and I want to see what I've been defending. And I thought, well, that's cool. I said, where are you going? Well, we're going to go right now. He lived that time, I think, was in Arkansas. He said, we're going to go down to the Dallas area, and we're going to go down there and stay there for a while. He didn't know how long, just for a while. That's cool. 5 years later, he's still in the Dallas area, at this campground he parked at. And then something happened there. I don't know what, the campground sold to somebody or something, and he decided he didn't want to be there anymore. And so he moved to way south in Texas, in Rockport, Texas, which we went to and visited. And they went down there. And here we are, probably at least another 5 years later, and he's still in Rockport, Texas. And I asked him once, I said, hey, whatever happened to this great idea about traveling to the United States to see what you're defending? He said, well, I like it here.
Yeah,
so he has a liberal.
So he's seen the golf, and he was hooked. He just loved it there. So, but yeah, it is a great area. We've been there several times. It's really a beautiful area, and I said it's not too touristy yet, but it's getting that way.
It will.
Yeah, but they love being in it full time. So, let's see. And Bobby, Vicky, I'm so sorry for your loss. These are, I know they're just animals, but they're my baby. He's an ornery baby, but he's my baby. And I said, so having one for 19 years, I understand that that's a loss. That's like losing one of your kids, actually. So, but so sorry for that. I said, maybe some of these days you can get another baby a nice home. There's a lot of them out there, and I said, they need good homes. Yeah. I wouldn't give you away. They'd bring you back.
Don't look at me, because I might.
Yeah. Aw. Let's see. Garrison says, have you guys tried Gideon's cookies? They are over at Orlando, big and fat.
Huh?
Have you tried Gideon's cookies? No, I don't think we've ever had those.
I don't even know what that is.
Yeah. He said they're at Orlando.
Well, I guarantee you, whatever a Gideon cookie is, in some other state they might call it a different name. I probably in my life have had it a time or two.
Yeah.
Because I eat the crap out of cookies. I have my favorite cookies. My grandma used to make what she called a sugar cookie, a little bit of cinnamon on top, but mostly sugar. I like those a lot. And then the chocolate chip cookies with walnuts.
Yeah.
I like those. None of this is heart healthy. You understand that, right?
Yeah. And I said, Tate's has the chocolate chip with the nuts in it, and he likes those. And as usual, we're different. I like soft
What
cookies.
do I like that I don't know I like?
Tate's cookies, the ones in the green bag, and then they're chocolate chips with nuts in them.
I guess I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, you don't shop, you don't know.
Look at that other guy you live with.
I couldn't stand two of you.
That's probably explains these long walks. Take 2 hours to get back.
Let's see. Darcy, we've never tried the Gideon's cookies. They put in a cookie place over here.
Oh yeah.
It's called Crumble Cookies over by the. It's not Longhorn. What is it?
I've never been there, but I've had several people go there, and they all say the cookies are good, but they just think they're overpriced.
Yeah, well,
That's what I keep
how much I thought that when they come out with coffee. How much are you willing to pay for coffee? Good coffee. So.
Well, it ain't just coffee though. See, that's the thing. People always say that a latte is not coffee.
Okay.
Never has been. And guys that worked, when I worked there, they said they never been to Starbucks. It's like the STDs here in the villages. They don't know nothing. They've never been to a Starbucks. And I asked them, have you ever been to a Starbucks? I ain't going to go spend $15 for a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Coffee ain't $15.
I know. And I said, and they were used to going to truck stop and getting unlimited.
Well, as you were a truck driver in my day, you took your thermos in there, which we all did. We all had a thermos. And they would fill it up for free because we were truckers. And they took care of us. Today, look at it. Trucking has turned into a shithole. I kid you not. There's a few professionals out there, but trucking has turned into they have taken the professionalism out of trucking and turned it over to uneducated idiots that can't even speak English. And it's a problem. It was a problem when I worked there. I talked to DOT scale operators, and they all told me this was a serious problem, but nobody did anything about it. Now they're starting to, and I'm glad to see it.
Yeah, Maggie Farber says Halloweeners sound like a cheap hot dog.
Halloweeners what?
Sounds like a cheap hot dog.
Halloweeners sounds like a
Halloweeners.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, well, the next foray may be to Portillo's because I want to try out the hot dogs.
We're going to go down there. I'll try it out. I don't know what all's there. Bill B is a Patriot member of mine, and he's a big Portillo's guy. He's from Chicago. Matter of fact, Laura Lamp is from the Chicago area, and they go to the Portillo's up there. Now, I've seen that Portillo's up there, and I told them, I said, my best guess would be, and I don't know anything about it, that probably the Portillo's in Chicago is going to be better than the one down here, because that's where it started. And you look at the building they got in Chicago, it just looks primo compared to this one down here.
Bill B said that they had all the same things.
They would know. I mean, they've had it at both places. They would know. I don't know, but I am going to try it out. I don't know what I'm going to get yet. I keep thinking back when we went to Bozo's. You went with me to Bozo's.
Yeah.
I don't even know if Bozo's is even still there, but it's kind of like Portillo's, but it was just a small operation.
And that was in Chicago too, wasn't it?
Somewhere, yeah. I think it was up there by Ball Glass. I was getting loaded with some Ball Glass to go back to Muncie, and I think we walked over to it.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we'll see. I'll try it out.
Yeah, well, we'll let you know, because I said we are going to try it out. Wrestler says, unfortunately, I have a meeting to go to, so can't play the Warsh game today.
He ain't got no meeting to go to. He's retired. What meeting
does he have to go to? Jerry to play double for him, so.
That's his excuse for cutting loose. That's all it is. He's just making it up. Go ahead and tell us, Wrestler. You got to go to the bathroom. Is that it? You just don't want to say you got a meeting to go. My dad used to say he had to go talk to a man about a duck. I don't know where that come from.
Yes, he did. He always said I had to go talk to a man about a duck.
Yeah.
I thought, wow. But I said he had a lot of sayings that was. My mom did too, but he had. I mean, when he would tease the grandkids, and he would always make a fist and say, "Smell bones." I don't know what that was supposed to be, but that's always what he would tell them, smell bones, when they wasn't behaving. So, let's see. Yeah, and take care, Jamie. Rosemary Laptop says, take care, Jamie. And Deborah Bird says, hello, Skip and Sue. How are you both doing today? We're doing pretty good. And I says, sorry I was late, but had no internet or cable all morning and just came back on. Oh.
Becky says the same thing. She said, Crumbs cookies are good, but they're $4 to $6 a cookie. And that seems to be the common denominator.
Yeah. And I say, if you're just...
So what do you do when you have a granddaughter that's 4 or 5 years old and says, Grandma, I really like that cookie over there.
Jose.
See?
Jose takes his granddaughter.
Yeah, and then he comes out with a box of cookies. Now, when you figure it's $4 and $5 a cookie, and he's got a box of them, how much did that cost?
But she likes them. No. Okay. Okay, and Wrestler says, thanks, Rosemary, but I'm not leaving yet. But probably won't make it to the end of the live stream due to time I need to get to the meeting. Okay.
He ain't going to no meeting. He's got to poop. He's got to poop. That's what he's going to do. Yeah, Karen came over with cookies today. Just to show you how, I guess, rude I am. I don't care anymore. She's kind of walking down our hallway to my studio area, that's where I usually hang out. And she hollers my name, and I say, what? And she said, I brought you some cookies. I said, I'm pooping. And so she stopped and went back out to the kitchen.
Yeah, I didn't know where he was at, and I said, she said, I'm going to say hi to Skip before I leave. And I said, oh, he's back there in the office. Yeah. And so, she's going down the hallway.
Oh, may I also say, the bathroom door was open.
Yeah. Just a little bit, but it was open, yeah.
I don't care.
Oh, bless her heart.
What am I hiding?
Yeah. Let's see. Next
Thursday's sound like for the golf cart ride down to Eastport, I guess. Kevin says, yeah, next Thursday's fine with me, I guess. I got nothing going on.
Yeah, and Jenna Patika says, great outfits, ladies. And we struggled with it. We really did. Getting everybody coordinated was the hard part. No. But yeah, it come out pretty good.
Brad Shea said, we had 9 dogs over a 30-year period volunteering for the local rescue. Never gets any easier when you lose one. They have several dog places here. They don't have the selection of stray dogs or adoptable dogs that you see in other states. It seems like here, 8 out of 10 dogs have some kind of a pit bull in it. And they're hard to adopt. People just don't want anything to do with them. And I can understand that. So what I did is I actually got a hold of the Sumter County Animal Rescue Services. I can't remember her name. Anyway, she was like the supervisor of the area. And so I told her, I said, I got this idea that might help both of us. I said, how about if I was to come in with my camera, maybe even somebody else to hold the camera, and we're going to go in and introduce these dogs to the public. You know, I'll pet them to show that they're friendly, and maybe take them for a walk, and we'll have a name for them, and we'll put them out there and kind of advertise this dog as being, you know, what it is, and we'll see about getting some of these adopted. I said, and I'll do that for free if I can video it, because that would help my channel out. I'll put it on the channel, and we'll have to come up with a name for the channel. But anyway. And she said, that sounds like a remarkably good idea. She said, I am all open for that, but I have to get permission from, once again, somebody else, whoever it was. And that's the last I heard from them. Yeah. That's been a year ago. I ain't heard anything from them.
Well, they do it on the news now. They want to, what do they call it? Emptying the kennel or something like that.
Well, this is the villages. I was going for the villages. I'm not doing this for the state of Florida. It's just the local places here. Mm-hmm. And that's the problem with doing some of these videos. You got to get permission from people, and then they never get back with you. And so it's somebody says, do more of those videos of houses for rent. Look, it ain't like I can walk into a house and say, hey, this house is for rent. I don't know if this house is for rent or not. You know, people have to contact me, and I'm very easily to get a hold of. Easy. And bottom in the description box is a email. You guys already know my email anyway. And they can comment on a video. I generally get those comments. I don't answer each and every comment because it's just too hard. But if I see one on there where it says something about saying, hey, I'd like to talk to you about this, whatever, dog service or whatever, I guarantee you, I'll get back to you on that one. And so, you know, anyway, people just don't get back to you, and that's what it's kind of hard to do. And we put a lot of houses for rent over the years, and all of them got rented out. I just got notified. I got to update that video too. The last video I put on there said house for rent or home for rent. That was Rizzo's house, and he emailed me yesterday that he's got a long-term contract. That house is not for rent anymore. Yeah. So if you looked at it and saw it and was considering it, don't consider it anymore.
Let's see. Denise says, no, they are not just animals. They teach us more about unconditional love than anyone. Ain't that the truth?
Teach you what?
They teach you more about unconditional love. You're a pain in the butt, but I love you anyhow. Yes, they do.
I don't know. With me, he's teaching me my patience. Sometimes he's hard to take.
Well, and I'm going.
I can't tell you how many times I've looked for a shoe. Where's my damn shoe at?
Well, you know, I don't care about that because that's normal dog stuff.
Well, you don't care about that until you can't find it.
Well, I said my problem is he tried to get in my purse.
Yeah, he does that. He for some reason he does. He likes to take his nose and nip inside of stuff, like a purse, my computer case, anything like that. If there's something in there, he'll take it. He doesn't know what it is. Doesn't care. If it's a cord, I think I can play with that. So he'll take it out in the living room and chew it up.
Ed said he went to Costco on Sunday, sort of crowded but fine, and cheapest gas. And Portillo's at 9 last night, not crowded. So okay, that's a good time to go.
9 at night, they're all to square.
There you go.
Yeah, we find that for like shopping and things. I sent a letter to the mayor of Wildwood, that they're all worried about traffic and all this and that. And I just had a thought. You don't know if they ever read any of this stuff anyway. They're saying that Costco is a problem with the traffic up there and all the other stuff that's around that area. Now they're worried about the Walmart they're building here at Morris Boulevard and Highway 44. And it is going to be a problem. I've showed that on video. It's going to be a problem. It's a problem in the wintertime now, and it's not even open yet. But it's going to be a big problem. And so it's always about traffic around here now. What are we going to do to ease traffic? Well, they can't put in roads just willy-nilly. So I sent him a letter saying, you know, this is just a suggestion, because I remember what it was like, say, 10 years ago when we first moved here. Maybe if you would allow, because I think there's Sumter County rules about this stuff, if you would allow or even encourage stores like Costco, Walmart, and some other big stores like that to be able to stay open 24 hours a day. A lot of people here would probably go at night. I would.
Well, a lot of Walmarts do.
None of the public grocery stores, none of them are open at night anymore. Yeah. They all close like at 10 o'clock. I never got that.
Walmart's the only one that I knew of that stayed open 24 hours, but I don't think they do it.
Well, like Publix, at least one store could be open 24 hours. Maybe not all of them, but at least one. And I think that would help alleviate a lot of this traffic. Maybe not all of it, but some.
Yeah, and Denise says, what a great life we all live with all these great places to eat and enjoy cookies with grandkids. What a life. I never imagined it so great. Yeah, like I said, you think about back when you were 30. Did you ever think about what you was going to do when you were 60?
Do you remember when you were 30?
No.
I don't either.
I don't. Like I said, I would love to try it again, but no, I don't remember.
Would you really?
Yeah.
I don't think I would.
I would.
Back when we were younger, it seemed like life was always a struggle. I mean, it just always was. It seemed like we were always broke when we had kids at home. It seemed like we owed more than what we brought in. And God help one of us if we got laid off of work for a while. People today cry because they got laid off of work, and I'm thinking, well, grow up. We got laid off many times.
Yeah. But, like I said, you just think about how we ended up.
Listen, the internet has made more millionaires of people in this country sitting in their bedroom on a damn computer. Quit your whining.
Well, that's true. But yeah, I never would imagine retirement this way. So, I mean, we've seen the villages for years, but I just never imagined living here.
Well, I never thought it was going to be this big at all. You know how the build out.
Oh yeah.
That was the key word everywhere you went. The build out. Oh, this is This is it. This is it. It ain't never going to be it. As long as people are buying, just ask yourself a question. If you was the CEO of this company, if people are buying, why would you stop?
Oh yeah. As long as the politicians let you.
Politicians are all bought. He donates to their re-election campaigns by the hundreds of thousands of dollars because they're the ones that approve the building permits for him to keep building houses. It's a vicious circle.
Becky Forbes says, I have a friend that owns a deli in my town. She makes great cookies, 2 for $1. And she said, I don't make cookies anymore. I don't either much anymore. I do every once in a while. Like I said, I did make zucchini bread.
I like the peanut butter cookies.
Yeah, but like I said, the thing is, if
you don't start making peanut butter cookies, you can be replaced.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
I'm a hot item here.
Yeah. Okay. Just tease me.
Rizzo said they went to Costco's and he got in and out for less than $200. No, yesterday, over $200.
Ah, that's good.
Well, I don't know what. 1,000 is over $200.
Yeah. Let's see. Jerry Bell says, laugh out loud. Skip walking a dog. He never walks, buddy. He doesn't. He takes him out. But
I will take him out to the front yard, but if he don't poop in the front yard, then we're not walking somewhere else to poop.
I just seen an update on Tropical Storm Aaron. So I didn't see all of it. So
I ain't worried about it.
But,
yeah. I'll wait till it gets closer. If you go look at the computer images on any of these hurricanes, especially when it's a week out like that, just look at the computer images and just laugh. It goes.
Alfonso Smith says, how close is the villages to the DMV to change your license and things, and can you do it online? The villages has a DMV.
Yeah, it's just right over here on the other side of the shopping center. It's golf cart accessible. I took my golf cart over there and you went inside. Back then, it was so easy peasy. I was embarrassed that Indiana had a DMV. Yeah. The way this one here was run.
Yeah.
We went in, sat down. She came out immediately. What's your name? We had to make an appointment, I think, on the phone or something.
No, we took a number.
No, I thought we had to do. They give us a time between noon and 12:30 or so. Anyway, whatever it was back then, we did it. Went in, sat down. She met us right away. Follow me. We got to sit right down here. Sat down. Lady was there. She says, "Let me see your old license." In and out. It was no big deal. Okay. And then I renewed my license because I got my license. I had to make a decision whether to give up my CDL. Trust me, for a truck driver, that's a hard decision to make. So I gave up my CDL, and then. I had 10 years. They were good for 10 years. And I remember telling, because I'm not used to that. So it's just good. I'm good for 10 years. I don't have to do anything. So we get home. My license comes up renewed. And it's amazing how fast that 10 years went by. And Sue says, I renewed my license on the computer. I said, what?
Yeah.
She said, yeah. So I thought I had to go back over there. So I get on the computer. And it asks you a couple of things, driver's license number. It's on the state computer thing. And anyway, I did all that, and then get your credit card out, and it was like $15, $20, whatever it is. And then they have a picture of your old license on there, and you have to say, is it, yeah, yes. And then you pay for it, and I don't even know, a week later maybe, my new license came in the mail, and I'm good for another 10 years.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Becky Forbes says, in and out of cell service the next 15 minutes or so. Says, no, I'm not driving. Hubby is. Well, be careful.
What are you talking about?
She says that they're going to be in and out of cell service for the next 15 minutes. And she's not driving. Her hubby is, but they're just not going to be able to watch the show. So.
Well, they're going to the tunnel. You know, whenever you're driving a semi and people are calling you up, other truck drivers call you all the time because everybody doesn't have nothing to do in a truck. So you call your buddies, and you're talking all the time. And there's some guys that you're just done talking. You're just done talking. So I used to tell them, hey, I'm going to lose you here in a minute. I'm getting ready to go in a tunnel.
That was just me. Okay. Let's see. Racer Girl says, unfortunately, I'm going to have to put my dog down before we go to Florida. Poor old guy. He's been a great dog. Black Lab mix named Ruger. We've had plenty of dogs in our lifetime. And I said the last one, when Katie died, we didn't know if we wanted another dog. Because, we're getting older. And I said traveling and having to have a dog sitter and all that kind of thing. So we really wasn't sure we wanted another one. But we've just had them all our life. And just, really felt that we missed them that much, that we had to have one. And so we got Buddy. And we weren't looking for a dog when we got Buddy.
I wasn't.
Yeah, but it was just one of those things. So, yeah.
I like the idea of knowing I can grab a suitcase and take off anytime I want to and not have to worry about it. Now we have a dog.
Oh, yeah. But,
This is my biggest complaint about having a lot of plants around the house. Now you can't take off when you want to because you got to call somebody, a neighbor or whatever, and you got to bother them to have somebody water your plants that they're not responsible for, but now they got to water your plants. And they're not going to tell you no because they want to be a good neighbor. And I don't like to bother them.
And I never ask. She always offers.
Just being a good neighbor.
Yeah. Becky says we're on our 5th Cavalier. They are fantastic, except this last one.
Is that one of them St. Charles or the one that Tommy's girlfriend had? I like those dogs.
Yeah.
Very mild, very quiet.
She said this last one is everything a Cavalier isn't supposed to be.
Oh.
He was a gift from the breeder, and she still apologizes.
Huh. That's funny. Most of them, they have a certain characteristic about them.
And they are pretty docile dogs.
Somebody told me the other day about, I asked him, I said, how long does it take? And I thought the guy was joking at the time when we first got Buddy. But now I look back and that guy was being honest with me. We had a Patreon lunch. We went over to this Italian place over here. I can't remember the name of it. It was for that child molester used to have that thing over there.
Napolinos?
Napa, yeah, whatever it is. So we were having a Patreon lunch in there. And the guy says, I seen Buddy. He says, you're going to love that breed of dog. He said, I've got 2. He said, they have so much personality. So I look at him and I go, and we were having trouble housebreaking Buddy, having really trouble. I said, how long does it take to housebreak this dog? He looked right at me and goes, 6 months. I said, what? I got to put up with this for 6 months? He said, maybe longer.
Yeah.
And when we had Maggie, a Boston Terrier, kid you not, you're going to think I'm lying to you, and I swear to God I'm not. We housebroke her in less than 1 day.
Yeah.
1 day.
Yeah, but she was very, very smart.
That just shows that the Boston Terriers are much more intelligent than this guy.
Yeah, but could just teach him to sit.
That's all he does. I've been working with him for almost 2 months now to shake hands.
No, I meant Maggie.
What about her?
Like, yeah, she was trained to go outside in 1 day, but you couldn't train her to do anything
I never
else.
tried to train her to sit.
Well,
I don't care if a dog sits or not.
what are you doing?
I just don't want him to yip, and Maggie wasn't a yipper.
No, she wasn't. And Katie wasn't either, except for when Skip would come in the room.
Yeah, she didn't like me. I'm saying she didn't like me. When I go to bed, she'd roll over and want me to scratch her belly. But she was just, I don't know, protective Sue maybe, I'm not sure. She was just kind of,
She's very protective.
But we got her when she was old anyway. You weren't going to change her.
Yeah.
So I just ignored her.
And Racer Girl, we're really sorry you had to put your baby down, but none of us lived that long. anymore, so
God, I hope not.
it's just one of those things.
I'm ready to go.
My TV cabinet has one on one side and one on the other.
I pray every night before I go to bed, God, take me now. I'm tired of this.
My God.
I knew a Catholic guy many years ago. I don't know how you pronounce big Catholic. What do you call them? There's Catholics and then there's Catholics. Jim Ayers.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, we were farming one time and we were going somewhere in a truck, maybe out to lunch, I'm not sure. And he mentioned about death. If I knew, where I was going to be buried or whatever. And I said, wherever Sue puts me. I don't know. Wherever she tells me I can go. I don't know. That's my answer to everything. And he goes, he said, I may die soon. I don't know. And at that time, he was probably about maybe 65, 66. I said, what makes you say that? He said, because Catholics, we always hope that we're going to die soon, sooner than later. I said, really? He said, yeah, all Catholics, they don't want to live a long time. We want to die ASAP, soon. He said, the sooner we die, that means that's the better we are. If the Lord keeps you on earth for a real long time, he's punishing you.
I can believe that.
And I never heard that before, and I thought to myself, see, I'm not a big religious fanatic, but I wonder if that's true. That's the Lord's way of punishing you. Well, I'm going to keep you there till you're 130 years old.
Don't know where it went. Is it down there?
He's got it.
Huh? Oh, he's got it? Okay. I thought he was looking for it,
So anyway, that's the first time I've ever heard that in my life. But it's a funny thing, though, at the age of 70, he passed away. And we're talking about a guy that runs 5 to 6 miles a day, give or take, out there. He runs so much at his pasture field, there was a worn path down to the dirt where he had run round and round and round and round.
Okay. Oh, and Becky said that dog is their weirdo. It sure barks a lot.
What dog?
The one that the Cavalier.
That's weird because I said Tommy had one. Tommy says his dog hardly ever made a sound.
Yeah.
And then I talked to Lou, which was actually Tommy's girlfriend, which I like Lou a lot. She's down to earth and just tells you how to. Yes, don't answer a question unless you want to hear the real answer, and I kind of like that. But she told me that that's the way the breed is. They're just very, very quiet. That's why most people like them.
Yeah, and they've got several dog clubs down here, and they do have a Cavaliers club down here, and they have, when I go up to the cancer center to get my treatments, they sometimes have the dogs in there that they bring in. They're very docile dogs, and they love sitting on people's lap, and the thing comes and sits on my lap and just looks at me. Just melts your heart.
Dog is very kind and weird, just a weirdo.
Oh.
We have one of those.
Oh, he's a sweetheart. He just
a weirdo.
Yeah. Oh, they call Costco the $100 store. Yeah. Rachel Girl says it's going to kill me to buy eggs. Yeah, if you're used to having your chickens, I bet it does if you eat a lot of eggs. I
think the price of eggs up here anyway down to about normal, if not less than normal.
Pretty much, they're still a little high, but not bad what they used to be now.
Well, they went down again. I seen a Florida report for the state.
Well, but see, she had all her chickens. She had to get rid of them.
I know, but our price of eggs are way down compared to what they was.
But I mean, she hadn't had to buy any.
Go to Costco. Better deal.
No, I get mine at Aldi's. But the neighbor lady left. She left on a trip, and she brought me half a dozen eggs. And she buys the expensive kind, the brown eggs, and they're organic, and all this other stuff.
How do you know they're organic?
It's just on the box.
I'm always amazed at how gullible American people are.
Well,
it says so right here on the box.
I know she always buys that kind of stuff, But yeah, they're smaller than what I usually buy, but they're good.
I have seen that. Some eggs, I don't know why. We did the same thing on the farm when Mama go out and collect eggs. Of course, she just put them all in the refrigerator in a bowl. But some of the eggs she called them double yolk. So that means if you let that egg continue on, does that mean that twin chicks would come out of there?
I don't know.
Well, yolk is the body part of a chicken.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but she had double yolks, I guess, and then she had brown eggs. Some eggs were large, some eggs were kind of small. To me, they all tasted about the same. I didn't really notice it. Now, Dad, he always liked the eggs that had an orangey type of yolk, not yellow. And I don't know how you even know that, but anyway, that's what he really likes. And he would take his fork and knife and he would chop it all up into fine bits and then scoop it all up and put it on a piece of toast. And that's how he would eat it.
Yeah, but I think aren't duck eggs? Don't they have the real yellow yolks?
Dad liked the orange yolks.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. But I do know that he had ducks. So far as I know, that could have been duck eggs. He would eat duck eggs. He liked them. Yeah. Something in me says, that's gross. I wouldn't eat a duck egg.
Really?
I don't know what. Well, would you eat an ostrich egg? If I cracked an ostrich egg and fried it, would you eat this thing?
Well, I'd try it.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
You would not. No. She says that. She would not.
I would try it. I'm not one of those people.
You are one of those people.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I said sometimes you tell me what I eat is gross.
Okay, I'm going to make you some steak and eggs tomorrow.
I don't eat
There
steak.
You go. See, she's not one of them people. You're like that Cavalier dog. You're weird.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, Becky says our youngest barks at television commercials now. Yeah, I turned the Animal Planet on the other day, and they had a couple dogs chasing each other, and they were barking, and Buddy was sitting there barking at them. Otherwise, he doesn't pay too much attention to TV. But now, I've seen it come up on my phone now that they have music for dogs. I've never tried it to see what it is, but they have particular music just for dogs. So I don't know if it's supposed to make them behave themselves or what it is, but some of these days I'll try it out and see. Are you looking for your?
I don't know.
Again?
I figured he's looking for his Chewy.
Yeah, he's down here. Goodness, Buddy. I'm gonna put.
I ate it.
No, it's down here. And I give him one that was broken half, and I shouldn't have. I should have given him a whole one. It would have been easier to keep a hold of it. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I'm making them old people noises. There we go. Here we go. Okay. Let's see.
I hear duck eggs are very good with quackers.
That's cute. Oh, let's see. Deborah Bird says, when I moved here, I went to Leesburg to the DMV and was out of there in 5 minutes and even took an eye test. Yeah. You
can do that. I wouldn't go to Leesburg. It's too far to go. I'm telling you, the village it's right over there.
Yeah.
It's right next to Pinella Shopping Plaza. Big gold dome on top of it. Drive your golf cart right over there.
Depending on where you live, yeah. Unless from here, it's like 10 to
Oh, yeah, because down south, they're probably closer to Leesburg than they are over here.
Yeah, they probably are. Yeah. Kyle Reed says, hi, Skip and Sue. I came to the Villages when I was 36 and had to leave just before turning 55, and I wish I would have just stayed. Now I'm fighting to get back. Well, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here.
It's going to cost you a lot more, though.
Yeah.
But prices are coming down. I've heard a lot of people say that.
Karen says, Skip, the next time I bake cookies, I'll make you snickerdoodles and peanut butter cookies. There you go.
There you go. See, I don't need you anymore.
You never did.
No.
No.
She was always saying, well, how are you going to get by if I pass away? Who's going to buy the groceries? Well, Publix will deliver them to the house.
That's what I said. You have no.
I got Karen that'll make my cookies.
People.
And I bet if I called Karen and acted like I was real, Karen, I feel so lonely nowadays. Sue usually makes me a steak and some French fries this time of day, and I don't know how to do it. Can I get you to come over and make me a steak? And she tried to come over and do it.
Yeah. But,
I'm going to start playing that old man card.
Yeah. Yeah, don't get him too used to it, Karen, because I ain't doing it anymore. Yeah. Let's see.
Gracie Girl says orange yolks are the best. Yeah, see, Dad liked that kind of orangey yolk. I don't know how you tell. I don't know if there's a certain chicken that has an orange yolk, or is that the brown egg that has an orangey yolk? I don't know. Because Mom we used to get eggs from old Max Farmer behind us there when we lived in Anderson. And I'd work as a kid. I worked in the summers on his farm to get money to fix up my old car. And yeah, his wife had a big chicken thing back there. And Sue used to, on the way home from work or on the way to the grocery store on the weekend, stop by Max's wife's farm back there. You had to bring her the egg cartons, I think.
Yeah, you had to bring her the cartons.
Yeah, and then she would fill them up, and it was ridiculously cheap back then. I don't even want to say what it was, but $1 a dozen or something. Yeah. By the way, Jerry, I am out of corn officially.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, and thank you, Jerry, for the corn and tomatoes. That was wonderful. That's because I haven't been able to find either down here that was worth a darn. I've been going to the flea market and getting some tomatoes. I can find some good tomatoes there, but I couldn't find any good corn. And I bought some peaches out there last time, and they looked fine on the outside, but when you cut into them, they were yucky on the inside. So I don't know if I'll buy peaches out there anymore, but.
Jerry came down here. He's got a house there. They're not here full time yet. They're still getting set up. But when he came down from Ohio, he stopped by the house and he brought me, I want to say a dozen ears of corn, fresh sweet corn. And then he brought us garden fresh red tomatoes, garden fresh yellow tomatoes. And he says, "How much of this do you want?" I just looked there and says, "Well, I could eat it all."
And you did eat the dozen.
I did.
Yeah, no. But Mr. Rizzo says we got Delilah, so my wife would have someone to talk to. Yeah, basically I got Buddy so I wouldn't bother Skip. Or he got Buddy so I wouldn't bother him.
I didn't get Buddy.
I said I got Buddy.
Oh, yeah, I just had to do the driving.
Yeah.
And the thing is, also, and this is just my own personal opinion, I think you have to be aware of what state you're getting your dog from. Because different people have different ideas about breeding practices of animals. And let me just say that Buddy is from the down in the hollers of Kentucky. Just saying.
Barbara says, Karen, you should start a cookie business. She could. I said, when she bakes a lot, evidently. And I said, she brought us all kinds of cookies, and we appreciate it so much. And I said, I feel kind of guilty because I quit doing that because when I bake them, we'd eat them. And, we don't need that every day.
Yeah, I have a simple rule in the house about food. The rule is, if it's in the house, I can eat it. That's it. Very simple rule. So when she says, don't eat too much of this, don't eat too much of that, if it's in the house, I can eat it.
And that's why I don't bake as much as I usually do. I say I bake 3 loaves of zucchini bread.
Ooh, I like it a lot.
All 3 of them's gone.
They're all gone. Within 2 days, gone.
Yeah. So, let's see.
But zucchini bread, Judy was telling me that she used to make banana bread, like banana bread. I don't really taste the difference much between banana bread and zucchini bread.
And it's all the same ingredients practically, except for your main, like the.
But I don't even hardly taste banana in banana bread.
And it depends on how much you put in it too. So.
That's what she said.
Becky Forbes says we are back in town, almost home. We live in very rural Montana. Sketchy cell service. Why
love it. I would love to live in the rural parts of Montana in the summer.
Yeah, in the summer. Oh, and Mr. Rizzo says, Skip, thanks again for the Patreon lunch yesterday. We had a blast.
It wasn't a Patreon lunch. What that was basically my crew, the W&L crew, which I still consider them that today, even though we don't do W&L anymore. Moderators that are around.
I don't know what he wants.
I don't know. He barks all the time. Moderators that weren't around, people that have sponsored the channel, those kind of people, and it's my way of thanking them to, so I take them out once in a while. And the idea of going to Hooters was 2 reasons. One is new. Nobody's ever been there. I thought I might be able to get a little bit of video. And then, I had to drag the women in there kicking and screaming, it seemed like. But they showed up. And actually, they were the star of the show when they all showed up. Everybody in the restaurant had their cameras out, their phones up here like that. Everybody's wanting a picture. Even the waitresses wanting a picture, and so it was all right.
Okay, Brad Shea says Yogi Berra's wife asked him, "Where do you want to be buried?" And Yogi replied, "Surprise me." Yeah. No, it's going to be one of those. When you're gone, that's my get.
It don't make no difference.
Yeah. Wrestler says, be careful, Skip, saying whatever Sue says, I will go. Sue may tell you exactly where to go.
Oh, I've heard it before. I've heard all this before, Wrestler. She always means it, always means it.
Oh, and Debbie Robinson says, maybe I should join your Discord to ask Judy what kind of a trike she has.
Well, you can join Patreon, and then I'll send you that Discord link. You don't really join Discord. My Discord is private, and I've got it that way, and I'm going to keep it that way. It's for Patreon members only, and everybody on there is a Patreon member. Once you drop out, you're not going to be able to get on Discord anymore. But for $2, I'll tell you what, if nothing else, the things that happen on Discord is worth the $2 to me, because, I mean, that's where all the action is at. Pictures. Every day that people send pictures on Patreon. The other day, I think Sean Paul was riding his bicycle. I don't know where he was at. I didn't watch
everything. He was in Eastport.
But he rides it from where he lives all the way down to Eastport, all around the new area down there.
And they didn't have it open for people or golf carts then. But it's open now. But, I mean, they had the gates closed where you couldn't get in.
No, those are pictures that he put up yesterday.
Well, no, it was 2 days. Because yesterday they opened everything up.
Oh.
But yeah, he was on his bicycle, so he can get to a lot of places that the normal person couldn't get to. And he had those pictures on Discord. He explained a lot of things about where things were. I don't know how you'd explain that, but I said he had a lot of stuff on there. You have an idea of what it's like?
I'll explain it for you. This is very simple. He has a bicycle down and he's taking pictures to explain where things were.
Okay. Okay. Brad Chase.
By the way, I opened up the slide when I was over there working on the iRadio the other day, and there was a frog sitting on top of my slide. I don't even know how he got up there.
Right. Let's see. And Becky said, my weirdo cavalier is still very kind and sweet. Just weirdo.
Yeah, he just barks a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know what you do about that. I mean, it's hard to get a dog not to do something naturally. When we got Maggie, we both decided then that we weren't going to teach Maggie how to bark. So, Maggie, knock it off!
He wants something.
He wants the cookies. He's standing there by the cookies. So
it's your fault. I don't give him cookies.
So we never had her around dogs. And for the longest time, she never barked. She didn't know how to bark. I don't think it was an instinct for her to do that. Well, we took a vacation and we left her with Dad. Dad liked her being around. We come back and she's barking like crazy because my dad taught her how to bark. He would, what's out there? What's out there? Let's go get him. Let's go get him. That's what my dad did all the time. Got her to barking, and after that, it was a lost cause.
Yeah, and Brad Shea says if you don't know where you're going, you'll end up somewhere you don't want to be. If you come to a fork in the road, take it.
That's a Yogi Berra thing.
Yeah, okay.
Yogi Berra.
Let's see.
I grew up in that area. Yogi Berra, Mickey Mantle, Roger Maris, Whitey Ford. Yeah. That's when baseball was real baseball. They used steroids. That's when baseball was really good, is when everybody used steroids. It was. Ask anybody. Ask anybody.
Let's see. Oh, well, Mark Sears says the more corn the chicken is fed, the more orange the yolk is.
Huh?
The more corn the chicken is fed, the more orange the yolk is. Maybe,
I don't know. Our chickens run around the farm all the time, and they picked all the corn out of the cow poop. Hey, it'd be gross, but that's what they done. They ate bugs, and they ate the corn out of the cow poop.
Jim Takina says, I need a beer. Well, go to the fridge, honey. That's all I can tell you. Racer Girl says, I did not feed my girls corn because it's too hot. The yolks changes the color of their diet.
William says, I hope to be fashionably late to my funeral. There was a movie star that was buried, and it was in her will that her body was to be fashionably late for her funeral. Really? Guess who it was?
Yeah.
The one with the big angel. What was her name? We was there at
Elizabeth Taylor.
Her. It's in her will to be fashionably late.
Really?
Google it if you doubt me.
Okay.
Don't ever doubt me. I always told you, listen to what I say, take it as truth, and move on.
You know, you stay on the TV too long. Let's see.
Is Linda a full-timer now? Oh, she's been a full-timer for a few years.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how. I'll say 2 or 3 years now, maybe. Judy would know. She's been here for, her and Frank's here full-time. He's got his doctor's here. She's got her stuff here. They still have a house in California they're going to keep for a while for whatever reason.
But they did go home for.
Yeah, they do go home in the summer, I think, just to kind of keep an eye on that house out there. But, yeah, she's full-time. She was in that picture I showed a while ago of Hooters. Try to pick her out. Pick her out. I dare you. Pick Linda out of that picture.
Yeah, here's a little hint. She's the tallest one.
Well, what did I say? Pick Judy out of that picture. What do you say? She's the shortest one? Is she?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
You wouldn't know. William says that they raised guinea hens that had double yolks.
Dad liked guinea hens because he said they're a good watchdog around the farm. You have foxes that come to the, all that kind of stuff. He always had a few guinea hens around there because they would cackle and carry on so much. They'd scare the foxes away and it'd wake you up.
Oh, Rather says if you feed chickens red beets, do you get purple eggs? That would be awesome. You just never know. Let me see what's the matter. Carry on. What do you want, boo-boo? Huh? What you want?
I'm dyslexic. I use all caps. I use all caps every once in a while when I try to get somebody's attention. What are you doing?
Getting a different dog chew.
What?
I'm getting a different dog chew. Come on.
He don't want that. You see what he's standing next to?
His baby, I know, but...
Well, give it to him.
This is his monkey. This is what he sleeps with. You sleep with your monkey. Yeah, you sleep with your monkey. No. Okay, let's see. Greg Metzing says, hi, Skip. Do you have any farmers markets in the villages or close by?
Don't ask me. I don't shop.
Every Saturday, Brownwood has their hometown market uptown, and I said, I'd love to go there. I go to the flea market, but it's a ways out of the villages, but on, what is the name of that road?
What road?
The racetrack road.
Racetrack?
Yeah, but on down, it's a different name. I can't think of it. Rolling Acres, yeah. Rolling Acres Road, the Fruitland Park has their hometown market. And I said, they don't open until October. They're open in the wintertime, but they close in the summertime because it's so hot. But yeah, we have a lot of them around. Brown and Brown Farms on 301. There's quite a few. But I said, the one at Brownwood, and I said, you can get to it by golf cart. They used to have one in Spanish Springs, and they closed it. I don't know if they've reopened that yet or not, because they're doing construction down there, so I'm pretty sure they're not. But yeah, the one down here in Brownwood's pretty good. But I like going to the big flea market on 441, and they have a whole...
Marion and Markets.
Yeah, Markets of Marion.
Markets of Marion.
And they have a whole row of nothing but fruits and vegetables. Some of them come from foreign countries, but a lot of them come from the northern areas. And I found my best vegetables actually I find out there. But yeah, the ones here in the square, they're good. But it's Florida produce if you like Florida produce. Like I said, we're used to the northern stuff, so that's why I go somewhere else. But yeah, they have a pretty good size one here.
I would tell you my opinion about most of the fruits and vegetables that's grown in Florida isn't good. I'm not sure how much like oranges. When was the last time you seen Florida grown oranges in the market? Not very often.
Yeah.
It's all trucked in from Mexico or California.
California.
And we got a bowl of oranges out there right now. Every one of them's going to get thrown away. They're nasty. And to be honest with you, I'm just tired of spending money on food that you got to throw away. And if they keep this up, I'm just going to get to the point. There's certain things I just won't buy anymore.
Yeah.
They have one orange down here that I really like, and I call them ruby reds. I'm not sure what they're actually called, but they're big. They're like a cross between a grapefruit and an orange. They pick them once a year.
Navels.
No, they're not navels. These are big. I mean, we used to get them in trucks when we come down here. I get a bag on the way out. And they pick them, I think, the month of May. And that's it. There is no more. It's kind of like cherries. There's a certain cherry that I really, really like, and that's the only cherry that I like, to the point where I told Sue, don't buy any more cherries. Unless it's the Bing cherry, I don't want any more of this other stuff. And Bing cherries in California are picked once a year. And I don't know when that is. I think Karen told me last night. She likes them too. I think she said September. I think. I don't know. I'll have to check.
But, yeah, like I said, it's pretty hard because, most of the stores wash them and put them in their own bags, so you can't really tell where they come from, or if they're Bing, or if they're whatever.
It says on the bag, Bing cherry.
Like I said, the stores wash them and put them in their own stuff, so you can't tell. They put it in their own bags.
I don't think so. I've been out to the
factory.
No, I've been out to the factory after I've seen how this stuff is bagged.
At the factory. When they get to the grocery, the
bags that you're seeing, that's maybe, I don't know. All I know is I know a Bing cherry when I see it.
Well,
first of all, they're big.
I said, you go shopping, because I can't.
I don't shop. You shop.
Well.
Do what I tell you, or I swear to God, I'll trade you in. I swear I'll trade you in.
Please. Oh, my goodness. Let's see. Kathy B in the 603 says, Sue's zucchini bread recipe is on Discord. I made it last summer. Yes, it's on Discord on my channel. There's two Discords. One's my side and the other's Skip's side. Most everybody stays on Skip's. My side is basically for recipes and stuff like that. And I did put it on there. It's been a while ago. And the thing is, I play with it. I make the zucchini bread, but sometimes I put raisins. Sometimes I put nuts in it. So, it's not just zucchini. And then I've got a secret weapon when it comes to keeping it moist. But
that's what she said.
But yeah, if you ask me, I'll tell you. But yeah, it's on the Discord on my channel. And my channel is the one that has me with the granddaughters, because Skip has a picture of Buddy. So that's his side.
Thanks, Jerry. Yeah, don't forget, if you want, I got a new thing I've been trying. I've got some more in there I got to edit. I haven't edited them yet on Mondays. I like to make this on every Monday video. It just makes life easier for me. But that phone number he's got down there where it says, don't forget to call Skip with your question. That is a legit phone number, 352-913-5366. Call that number. Wait till it kicks over to voicemail. That phone is always on, but I won't be answering it. So don't leave a phone number and say, hey, call me back. I'm not going to call you back. I've got no time for that. But if you've got a comment, criticism, or question, and it doesn't have to necessarily be about the village, it's anything, call that number and leave it. And I may use your question or comment on a future video of live calls that I answer. I don't know if I'm going to be doing it a lot or how long I'm going to be doing it. I look at the views when I do one, see how many people actually watched it. If I don't get enough views on it on a consistent basis, then I'll quit doing it and I'll find something else to do.
Oh, and Wrestler has to go. We see you, Wrestler. Thanks so much.
I thought he left a long time ago.
Well, he was going to, but he waited as long as he had to. Because he's got to get to his next meeting.
So the pain went away.
But thanks to all our moderators. You help us out so much. They do a lot of work that y'all don't see. And like I said, we really appreciate it because, like I said, we're goofballs. We couldn't handle this by ourselves. Although we don't have a cadre of people to help us. But
don't really need that many. Yeah. Most of our people don't. They're fine. They don't cause no trouble.
Yeah.
I always worry about the one guy that's had one too many beers, or the kid that's out of school, gets on mommy's computer, bumbles onto our stuff. And when we did W&L for one or two shows, for some reason, we were getting bombarded by Russian porn.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Russian hookers.
I finally put them in YouTube jail where they couldn't bother us anymore, but that's what these people here do. They give you advice, they give you information. A lot of times if you'll ask about, well, I don't know what your phone number is, people like Jerry and Rusher will put my phone number on here for you.
Yeah. And then too, you know, if we get a commenter that is saying something mean or bad.
That's me.
Well, yeah. But somebody that's worse than you, then they will stop them. They will stop them before it gets to where you can read it. So, and we appreciate that. We
Well,
really
I don't
do.
think most of the time that we don't have any problems.
Yeah.
People here are just laid back and nobody insults anybody. And
William says if they don't play Freebird at my funeral, I'm not going. I feel the same way, William.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. And let's see.
But that's where I'm going to be buried. I'm going to be cremated. She's got to take me to California to that big building. I can't remember the name of that area where we went and all
The mausoleum?
Yeah, but what was the name of it?
Forest Lawn.
That's the name of the graveyard. But what was the name of the place? It has a name. Anyway, and she's going to get one of them little windows and put me in there. Then she can put things in that window that represent me, like a microphone,
An ice hat.
a picture of a Hooter girl.
I just put all your stuff in there.
She put it on Discord. If you guys ain't there, you didn't see it. I don't know why she put it on there, but anyway, I only went to one Hooters in my lifetime, only one, and that was the reason why I went to that one. And she went with me, but apparently she on her phone, where she got it, I don't know. The picture of the Hooters girl that was standing behind me, she wanted to get a picture of a Hooters girl with me to send it to our oldest boy because she said he'll never believe that his dad came to this Hooters thing. So she took a picture. Well, anyway, she got a picture and she put it on Discord, and everybody said, "I didn't even recognize who he was." I didn't.
It was 28 years ago.
Yeah.
Looked different. Let's see. Panelists, oh my God, poor dog. Yes, dogs bark. Don't get one if you can't listen to a bark. But got to say that yelling sounds just great.
If you don't like it, you got a channel thing right up there. You can just change the channel and move on.
You missed it. You just missed
Did
it.
I miss it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The dogs barking is annoying, but yelling,
What about yelling?
it's not annoying.
Not to me.
Yeah, okay. I understand. Pam.
The difference is you can buy dogs that don't generally bark.
And DJ M said, just watch the Hooters video of the ladies. Loved your new look, Sue. Did I look good in pink hair?
What video? Is there a video? I haven't posted no video.
Well, maybe the other guys did.
On Discord?
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Well, I don't know. I'll have to go check it.
Yeah. Becky Porter says, I keep forgetting to get into the Discord. I've been a patron for several years. Well, I said, those links don't last forever. They last 7 days. So once you ask Skip for the link, when he sends it
You
to
got
you.
7 days to get on there.
Yeah.
And you only got to do it once, Barbara. That's it. As long as you say a Patreon member, you'll never have to do it again.
That's Becky, yeah. Okay.
Well, Barbara Edmonds does the same thing, so she can't get on there. You got to send me a thing through Patreon asking for another link, and I'll be glad to send you another link.
Yeah. Yeah, and don't.
But everybody tells me also, Jerry says you have to get a Discord something.
App.
Well, I know, but no, he said an account. I think it was a Discord account. I don't know what that is. But I had people tell me, say you have to download the Discord app first. It makes it easier.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about that, but it's just a little hint.
Okay. And Karen says that she saw Bing cherries at Aldi's today.
Today.
Okay.
So there's no excuse that I don't have any.
Well, last time I bought cherries at Aldi's, he wouldn't eat them.
They weren't Bing.
Well, I said, I didn't know because the bag was clear. It didn't have anything on it that said where they...
Look at the cherry.
Okay, I don't know what they are.
The Bing cherry looks different than every other cherry.
I don't eat them, so...
When you get an apple, there's two kinds of apples. One's red, one's green.
Right.
Bing cherries is the same way. When you look at a Bing cherry, it's this big around. No other cherry is that big.
Oh, okay.
It's
William says you can go into Walmart and eat cherries all day long.
You know, you
But
say,
open one beer and here comes the cops.
I was going to say, you say that, but back in the day when I used to go grocery shopping with Sue, make sure I get my right cereal, make sure I got my right stuff. I'd go in there and I would grab a bag of grapes. They used to have certain kind of seedless grapes back then that I really liked. We'd walk around the store and I'd eat all these grapes. We get up to the checkout. I'd hand her this empty bag and she'd look at it and she goes, "Are they good?" I'd pay for them, but I'd eat the whole bag before we get to the checkout.
Yeah. And Barbara says, just as Skip said earlier, I can't seem to access Discord.
That's what I
She
just
says
talked
it's
about.
me, I'm sure.
Send me a request, and I'll send you another link. But yeah, just again, you only got to do it once. So stick with it. Get the Discord app right now. When you leave here, go download the Discord app. Get that on your phone, and then I'll send you the link, and we'll see if that works out better for you.
Now, Barbara Anderson says, we are a ride over the bridge to New Jersey. Lucky to get great corn, tomatoes, and white peaches. Yeah, you know, that's saying it all has to do with the soil that they're grown in. And that's why they laugh at me when I say I smell the tomatoes, because I can smell the dirt. But it's the truth. But like out at the flea market that I've been going to, they actually will cut the tomato up and let you taste them. So that way, because there's all kinds of vendors that have all kinds of tomatoes. But that way, you know, you're getting something that you know you want. Same way with their fruit. They usually cut the peaches open, let you taste them. So, but yeah, it's hard when you're used to what's up north. And like I said, it's just not the same down here. Not that it's bad. It's just not the same. Now, somebody that's lived here all their life, they're used to the kind that's here. So,
Becky, you're right. I mean, I know that's not the greatest name in the world. I didn't spend a lot of time on it because I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this anyway. I tried to put a description on there where people, when they read the description, they know exactly what it is. Because old people are that way. Am I being insulting? They are. Old people like short, distinct descriptions. If you describe it a different way, sometimes they scratch their head. They don't know if it's clickbait, and it's just a problem. So that's why I named it live calls. I mean, I think that you want to make the title short and sweet. You don't want to put a whole big sentence across there. So I just put down live calls, or I could put on there answering calls. And I'm not sure answering calls is good. So, you know, I just come up with what I thought was just simple and right to the point to get people to go. Now, if the show starts to take off, like right now, we're going to get an average of 2,000 views. To be honest with you, that ain't near enough. I'm talking, I got to have about 10,000 views on everything. And when they start getting consistently 2,000-3,000 views week after week after week after week, guarantee you I'm looking for something else to do.
okay. And Rizzo's channel posted a short video.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Um,
I'll have to go check it out because I haven't seen it, I don't think.
And then Kathy B says, isn't a Bing cherry a really dark red?
Yeah, they are dark. They're not bright red. That's another sign. My grandpa had a cherry tree in his backyard, and those were bright red. And the Bing cherries are more meaty than they are juice. The smaller cherries, the red ones anyway, are more juice than they are meat. And it's a difference of the tomato. There's an Italian tomato that they actually use for sauce because it's more meat than there is juice. And then the other tomatoes that we in Indiana like to eat with salt shakers, what were they called, big boys or big something?
Yeah, there was Better Boys, Big Boys.
Yeah. And when you bite them, you had to lean over because all the juice was going to run down here. That's the difference between the Bing cherry and the regular cherry.
And Karen says the Bing cherry trees are a popular variety of sweet cherry trees known for their large, heart-shaped, dark red fruit with a rich, sweet flavor.
Man, they are so good. They're meaty. They're really good. I could sit, and I have. She'd bring like 2 bags of them home. And by the end of the first night, about 1 bag's gone. It's already gone. And by the end of the second night, the second bag's probably gone.
Yeah, Jerry says the painter just left. He's last on the list to cover up all the fixes. Cabinet guy tomorrow to replace a warped door. Need more furniture when the missus gets into town.
You got all his warranty work done? All of it?
Evidently. Yeah.
Even the cabinet guy with the new doors?
That's what he said.
Oh, okay.
So he's coming tomorrow.
Who's coming tomorrow?
The cabinet guy.
Oh.
Jerry, you need a table? I got 2. I just can't make up my mind which one to get rid of.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to have to go here.
All right. Do your thing.
And, oh, hi, Robin. She said it looks beautiful in the villages today. It is. You know, like
Where's Robin? I don't see her.
right at the very bottom.
I got down at the very last one.
TR Mains.
You're not at the bottom, then.
I'm not.
You can't be. TR Mains, is that Robin?
Yeah.
Oh, that's way up there. Right, the last one down there is Key Times in the Villages.
Oh, what? That's Kyle. And
That was Kylie.
no, it's Kyle.
I think you're wrong.
No. It's just like Tanya and Tanya. I know. I asked.
Yeah, you think they pronounce Beals bells. It's Beals.
Yeah. It's Bell.
It's Beals.
Have you seen their logo with the bell?
Question. B-E-A-L-L-S. That spells Beals. Bells don't have an A in it. Beals.
I'm just telling you, it's a family name, and the little bell's in their logo. Okay.
Well, I could put Buddy on my logo, but that don't make me a dog.
Okay. Hey, we gotta go, guys. We just yak too long anyhow. Y'all have a great day. It's beautiful out today. Just
You
like
got any of
last
that
week.
stuff to tell them?
Nothing that's that
Okay.
important. And
There's
I said,
never anything ever important that goes on around here.
well, I said, just don't forget the Wildwood Girls Night Out. It's free, 21 and up. Refreshments, beauty demonstrations, and more at the Wildwood Community Center. Door prizes, photo booth, and other vendors. It's 6 to 8 p.m. on August 22nd. And College Colors Days, their food drive starts on the 18th. And I said, well, I still don't have a location for where they're picking up the food, so that you'll have to check with your alumni and see where they're doing that. The grand finale is on August 29th, and they'll have tents and food trucks from 2 to 9, and beer huts open at noon. That's at Lake Sumter Landing. And I said,
That's where Jose ought to take his coffee truck.
well, yeah, that might be a good idea.
Why not?
Yeah, wouldn't be a bad idea. And then
Why
we may
not?
be in for a hurricane, guys. We may or may not.
Well,
But
I
be
see.
prepared.
Look at my computer model. I'll put it up for you on
Yeah.
Discord. You'll see my computer model.
Be prepared in case you are.
If you're in this zone right here, be prepared.
Make sure you got water and you got some cash and you got batteries and you know that kind. We've never lost power here or anything else.
Here's the thing to do. Just go get your refreshments. It'll last you for at least one day and go home and just stay there.
There you go. That'll work too.
Yeah, get off the highway. What are
Or
you
you
doing?
can take your camera and go out and take pictures like Skip does.
I probably will. If he gets here. Anyway, all you people out there, all these names you see in the blue, there's a whole bunch of them like right there. Toward the end, they're all saying goodbye. Those are some of the moderators that help monitor all this kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
So we want to
We
thank
appreciate
all
it
of
so
them because
Yes.
they get on here all the time and they help out. A lot of these people were here on WNL show to help monitor things.
And Carol Apostolus says she just joined Patreon.
Who?
Carol Apostolus. I thought she was already on there.
Oh, I thought she was already on there too.
Yeah, I did too.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
Carol and who else was it? Carol and Edna.
Barbara Ebner.
Barbara Ebner. And wasn't there another one that needed a Discord link?
I don't think
I
so.
thought you said there was another one. I said, yeah, because she said me too. I'm having trouble getting on.
Okay.
So anyway, all of you, of course, I got the new one there. All of you send me a request for another Discord link. I'm getting ready to go in there now. I'm still editing the news. I got to get it done because 3 o'clock this afternoon, Patreon's going to get it. And I'll send you another Discord link. But go download, according to what Jerry's telling us here, go download the Discord app first, and apparently it makes it easier. And we'll see how that works out. But we'll get you on there. And once we get you on there, you'll never have to do it again.
Yeah, and there isn't somebody on there all the time. But like so you just wait, they'll be there. And
Yeah, people come and go.
Casa del Sol Boutique Bed and Breakfast said, "Hi, Skip and Sue. Great to see you both. I got my info of 246 per square foot from the YouTube videos. And David's in Florida. He gives the update in the villages one time a week. And I was the one that phoned in from Spain."
I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm ready to end this.
Oh, okay. Like the lady that phoned in
Bye.
from Spain.
We're saying bye. She's going to talk some more.